Okay, so it's more of the non-friendships, these fragile, failed friendships over there in Potomac. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 5, episode 4. And we start right off with Grace and Giselle. This is one of the friendships that's failing that I think is really important. Is this whole thing, and it really is an issue, it seems, between Giselle and her oldest daughter, Grace. And they were at a dance class, and it looks like she's doing like mommy time just with Grace. And basically trying to connect, and Grace is kind of, girl, she really is not feeling her and Jamal. She just ain't feeling it. So I don't really know what it is that Giselle is actually going to be able to do to break that little thing, or is it just going to be time? Or are they just going to have to really show her that, I think time is going to be the thing that, whether she comes around or not. And then what do you do? What do you do? I mean, besides talk to her. So I'll give it to Giselle. She's trying to talk to her. She's not just leaving and hanging out there. Because in the beginning of the season, where it was this whole thing of like, I'm the mother and this is what it... I was like, girl, that's going to create resentment. So I'll give it to Giselle. She's trying to connect. She is trying to connect. Grace is... she's Giselle's daughter. Not so easy to connect, but it is what it is. That's what happens when your kids know too much of the bukkake, honey, that be going on between you and your mates and your adult stuff. So, it is what it is. Moving on. Karen and her friend Matt are planning Karen's homecoming. She's having a homecoming party. And she ended up doing these, what I thought was cute. There's a singing telegram where the invitations, the friends are so shady. The friends are just so, they are so shady. They are so shady. And when I say the friends, Robin be carrying on. She really does. Robin be on some stuff. If you really catch Robin, just like pay attention to her, she be doing and saying little stuff, and you be like, Robin, girl, are you okay? You be doing a lot, girl, a whole lot. But anyway, they're putting it together. She's it's kind of like a housewarming, and Robin had made a comment. Maybe she's in one of the confessionals, like, well, do you get a housewarming party when you're renting? Or I thought that only happens when you're buying. I said, oh my God. Then there was the whole thing of where, they're trying to push this narrative about Ray and Karen falling out of love, child. I'm pretty sick of it already, but where's Ray? Why isn't Ray in the invitation? Since when was Ray a part of anything like that? From the time we've been seeing Karen on this show, it's about Karen. Everything's about Karen. Ray knows who he's married to, and he allows her to move about the way that she does. He doesn't push himself in front. She is the front runner and always has been. So why is it such an issue now? Y'all are just trying to push this storyline, and it's kind of corny. But whatever. But we'll play along. Whatever. Moving on. Wendy and Robin, they actually did a picnic and took their boys out. So I'm telling you, that youngest one of Wendy's just be fighting. Like all the kids, they were doing their little thing, having a good time. He don't seem to connect with the kids unless they roughhousing. I was like, Chuck, I want to watch that one, honey. Maybe he need to go into wrestling or something. You just fighting. I said, look at him. Woo. Anyway, And they both have one boy named Carter. One spelled with a K, one spelled with a C. I said, check that out. Um, then the subject of Karen came up again. Child, when I tell you, Wendy was over there wearing Karen out. They were talking about Karen and Ray, talking about this whole thing of that they don't have sex. She said Karen's lying. Said Karen's trying to make us believe that she's pussy popping on a handstand, and she's not doing that because she can't even do no handstand right now. I said, oh, I think we're getting to the point where we're going to start to find out exactly what it is that goes on, that Karen don't really care for you too much. I'm thinking, I don't know. But she sure did say that Karen is lying, honey, that Ray don't be putting it on her and she don't be pussy popping on no handstand. I said, oh, okay. I don't know how you know what be going on over their house, but whatever. Anyway, and then old Robin, they got to sharing what Candace said. She was asking her, well, what did Candace tell you about us? I was like, girl, don't do it, Wendy. Don't do it. Because anything that you say to Robin, I promise you, you're talking to Giselle. You don't know you're talking to Giselle, but you're talking to Giselle. Anything you tell Robin, you're telling Giselle, and it's going to come out, and it ain't going to be no issue about where it came from. It's going to be Wendy said, girl, you going to learn. You going to learn today, sis. Talking to that Robin, honey, with her damn bone carrying behind. Anyway, moving on. Ashley and Candace finally have their sit down right from the door. Candace's ass shaded baby Dean down. She looked at him, honey, and was like, ooh. She said, ooh. Look just like his dad, honey, and he'll be blessed to be looking like his mother. She said, I'm starting to see a little bit of Ashley here and there. He'll be a blessing for him to look like his mother. I said, Candace. Y'all can say what y'all want, but that is code for he is ugly, period. That's what that is, and I'm sure when Ashley watches it back, I wish I was a fly on the wall, baby, because that's one way to get things going. That's the one way to get the juices flowing and the fingernails sharpened, baby. You get talking about somebody's baby's ugly. I said, oh. Now, never mind. I ain't even getting into that. I ain't doing that with y'all. Moving on. But Candace shaded baby Dean, honey. But it was more the same. The conversation was kind of boring. You said mean stuff, and so did you. I was pregnant and going in delivery, and you didn't even care. Bitch, if I don't like you, why do I care that you're going in labor? Listen, I don't know where people get these rules of engagement from. A fight is just that. It's a fight. It doesn't stop because you get a Charlie horse. It doesn't stop because it's Lent and you need to eat a fish sandwich. A fight is a fight is a fight. Once the fight starts, the fight goes on until some bitch gives or falls out or dies. Period. I don't know about these rules of engagement. You hit me too many times. Bullshit. Bam! I don't. Listen, y'all not gonna worry me with this at all. I don't know nothing about these rules of engagement. But yeah, I was in labor and you were saying such bad things. Baby, I'd have said the worst of what I had to say when you were in labor. Oh, is your bottom hurting? You filthy whore. Child, I'd have went in. I don't understand their rules of engagement. But anyway, moving on. So they pretty much got it cleared up for now. We'll see how many episodes that lasts. Giselle and Robin get together. Baby, that's when the invite came through. The little FaceTime with the little... Baby, they were showing all the girls shaded the singing telegram, which was cute to me. I thought it was cute. I thought it was a nice little fun touch. I have to say, I enjoyed Karen, and y'all know I ain't no big Karen fan. I be wearing Karen. I'll give Karen a hard time. I enjoyed Karen, and I felt like Karen was being open and well, as honest as she can with her fake storyline with Ray, but open and opening her home and letting her guard down, and she really was ready to receive her friends and party and have a good time, and the normal shade was kind of lingering around. They were shading the invite, everybody except for the two youngest girls. Ashley and Candace were actually together when the FaceTime came, and they both got a kick out of it. And I'm not young. I'm probably just as old as or older than those other ones. And I thought it was cute. I just think they so old, stick in the mud ass fuckers, and that was what their problems were. But they were just being shady. But anyway, um, that's when Robin made the little dig about the housewarming when you're renting. And then she went ahead and started telling the business that was hers and Wendy's, and giving all the digs and the tea, and said, "Yeah, girl, Candace called you the Giselle monster." Well, Giselle was all mad about that, baby. She's like, "Oh, look at my storyline, baby. I'm mad. I'm gonna get her." I was like, "A mess." Moving on. Chris and Monique. This interaction with Chris and Monique, I don't know if I'm by myself in this, but it was very weird. It was very weird, and it left me. Well, you see my face. I was kind of like, it was like she was basically telling him, you don't do the things that you used to do, and I'm gonna need that. Now that there's these three kids running around, I'm tired. He's like, listen, you have access to whatever money you need. Hire some help. Cause I mean, it made sense. She's like, whenever I make sure you have all the help you need when you deal with these children, but I don't have that. And I was like, now he is making sense. Like, if you feel like you need help, then hire some. He ain't telling you got to have all these babies and then you got to be stuck down and you got to figure it out by yourself. He's telling you, I got you set up to get whatever it is you need. I don't really care about what it costs, but I'm gonna keep pumping these babies up in you. Hey, that's the understanding that you have. That's what you went in for. You knew that from the door. You knew that you was a baby making machine. So, girl, don't start to fuss it down, honey. Anyway, but the conversation took this kind of thing. I said, "Are you feeling like a living whore?" Because that's how it's kind of coming across. Um, Sort of like it seemed like a version of an indentured sex slave. I said, what? Everything was talking about money equals sex. Because he did. Now, he gave her that, you have access to whatever money you need to get whatever it is you need to make yourself comfortable. But in return, I'm going to bust you down. And I don't want to hear no shit about it. And that's what was coming off in that conversation, which was a bit uncomfortable for me. I was like, that don't sound like wife. That sound like indentured sex slave is what that sound like. And it just had a whole like whore-esque feel to it. And I think she kind of felt that way. Yeah, girl, that's how it came across. You know, it was given very much, you have whatever you want. But when I say open your legs, that's what I mean. I was like, I don't like this conversation. Even if y'all having that conversation, I didn't like that on screen. I didn't like that conversation. Anyway, I don't know. That didn't sit good with me. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thought. Was it just me? Was I being a little too touchy? I don't know. I could have been. It is what it is. If that's your arrangement, okay. But I didn't like it on screen. It had a overtly horror-esque type of situation going on with me. It didn't seem very husband and wife. It seemed very trickish. But anyway, all right. Um, Chris and Candace were talking, and you got the same thing from Chris that you always get from Chris when you talk to Candace. Girl, hold your You know, hold your spot, but chill, be cool, be cool, and try to be mature about it. That's all. That's all you ever gonna get from Chris. Be mature, and try to be mature because she's not. Try to be mature and try to keep your cool. Don't throw no more butter now. And when he said that, baby, that thing got up underneath her skin. Like, girl, they're gonna always bring it up because, like, who in the hell throws knives? Like, just shut up. You ain't never gonna live that down. That's okay. Just don't worry about it. Then we seen Cal and Giselle. Now listen, I ain't no big fan of Cal and Giselle. When I see Cal and Giselle come on screen, I'll be like this. But this was, I think, to date, the best, most tender friendship scene between Cal and Giselle. And it actually showed that he is not her pocket gay. He is actually her friend, as she sees him as such. And I thought this was really needed, especially in with stuff that goes on a lot right now, and just reality TV as a whole. Because in reality TV, we see a lot of. There's always this friction of the black woman and the gay black male, and I know that that's just bullshit. It's this gay males, they don't like black women. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Some of the closest and tenderest friendships that you will actually see are held between gay males that are black and some of their black female friends. Some of the best, tightest friends. You want to really get your ass whooped? Do something to a female that has a black gay male friend. You might find yourself getting your ass kicked really, really quickly. Find some real dirty things being done to you. But, they try to pump out this other stuff. And this, I thought, was needed. It was good. We saw the friendship. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like that. It was just like this. And they were talking. And it was the whole thing about Grace and the other girls and Jamal and all of that. And he truly is her friend. And she actually listens to Cal. Because she don't really listen to anybody. She listens to Karen. I've seen that with her and Karen. But again, there's always that level of competition, that they have, which is nasty. But that's just a flaw in their friendship. Because you could have definitely two women will bond, and it can be fabulous. You know what I mean? And two sisters, even more sisters. The bond between a group of sisters is beautiful to me. But anyway, you just saw a friendship that just wasn't, anything fake or phony. And she actually received everything that Kyle was saying, and it was really some good information he was telling her about, just chill out and just lead with love, and then let it work itself into whatever it's gonna be. It was some good advice, and she even teared up. I was like, "Boy, we're seeing a different side of Giselle," because it's usually so easy for me to rip and tear at Giselle and different little things that she does, but seeing a really nice side of Giselle, and I love that interaction. That was like. I have to say that that's been one of my favorite scenes of the Real Housewives of Potomac thus far, since they've been on the air. That was really nice. That was really nice, and I thought it was very effective. That was a good scene. It was. But wait a minute. We did a little flashback of her and old Cal. Was that a dildo in the freezer? Was that like a frozen popsicle type of dildo type situation in his freezer? Child, it flashed by so fast, and then I was just scared to even run it back. I know you ain't got a dick in the freezer. No, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think y'all saw. Moving on. And I ain't even going there. Y'all tell me what you thought you saw. I ain't moving on. Let's go to Karen's party. The house is beautiful. Flat out. The house is beautiful. I don't understand this. It's always a theme. People do stupid stuff at parties, and you can see it in all your little shows. What is this new thing with all the acrobats swinging in circles and shit in the yard during a party? You know it's hot down there in Potomac. It's hot. I don't want to be nowhere swinging on no circle, and I don't want to look at no horse swinging on no circle and doing this little gym. Where are we at? The Olympics? If you don't get out of here, honey. Ridiculous. Anyway, I just thought that was goofy. This is what I thought was really funny. I thought it was funny. It was lighthearted, and it was like the shade, and it was really fun. Everybody knows, if you've been watching the show, about the whole pizza caper. Going to the house dressed as the pizza men. Robin showed up to the party with pizzas. It was funny. It was really fun. Karen had a good party. She really did. It was funny as hell. She came in, baby Robin was eating a piece of pizza, and it really did, it lightened the mood because she was late, and they was ready to rip her up about being late. As soon as they spoke up, here she come. And she had the pizza, and it was so funny, all these little ladies that's always died, and baby, they tore that pizza down. They was like, oh girl, yeah. All these little finger foods and all this rich bullshit, honey, y'all got out here. They was like, oh, pizza, honey. And they was tearing that pizza up. It did look good. It really did look good. But this is what jarred me when she came in with the pizza. And that, I'm going to say, because, the grand dame, she funny. So you don't know what mood that could have went extremely wrong. But Karen was in such a mood that it was just really lighthearted. It was fun. She's like, girl, she said, I'm going to enjoy my pizza tonight. And that was real cute. So I got a kick out of that. But this is something that I have to put out there because I've been ripping and tearing at her a little bit in this review. But that damn Robin always looks so good. When they do like the more dressy things that she has to get dressed, that damn Robin cleans up well. She really does. Her and Juan are a good looking couple. They are. But Robin had this dress. That dress was fitting Robin like a whole damn latex glove, and it was all beaded and it was a very dynamic, pretty, simple dress. But she was wearing the shit out of it with a badass shoe. And minimal jewelry, real cute bracelet, and she just looked good. Robin looked good, and a lot of times Robin looks good most times. She does when they have to get dressed up. When you catch her like for parties and stuff, Robin will have real cute gowns. She knows how to snatch it together, but she looked so good at that party. Her outfit was by far my favorite of what anybody had on. Wendy's was my least favorite. Something was ill-fitting about that. And I don't think it was Wendy's problem. Something about that whole cut. When that's done, that half of this and then a half of bustier. It's really interesting style. And it gets done a lot. But it doesn't come across done well a lot. Because it's the cut. Getting that cut right is hard. I'm talking from a sewing standpoint. So that's why there's always... you always see that style and it looks like the fit is off. Because the way you're meshing two things together. And it's one of the more intricate ones. It can be done. And it can be done well. It wasn't with Wendy's. It just wasn't fitting right. Anyway, moving on. Candace and Giselle. When Candace got there, of course, Giselle decided to, they pulled to the side, and Candace tried to talk to her a little bit and everything. And they were having these little conversations about, again, these tweets. Candace, you just need to just stay your ass off of Twitter. It's always something about something you done did and said on Twitter. And then you always use that same excuse. Well, I didn't do anything with malice and This, that, the other. Talking shit always has a little bit of malice behind it, Candace. I wasn't being mean. You were. You were. And Giselle bust her down and was like, you were. You were trying to be mean. You were trying to be funny, and it wasn't funny, and it ain't cute, and I ain't forgiving, just going to just take any old thing, as far as an apology or whatever. I'm not going to just keep doing shit and then blowing it off. Then Giselle went into the whole Wendy thing. In that conversation, honey, and Candace was just kind of like, oh shit. Deer in the headlights. And, child, that eyeshadow, Giselle, girl. I was like, it looked like she put it on just like this, baby. Took the compact and said, I don't like it. Anyway, hey, Giselle can't dress. She can't dress. Anyway, moving on. So that was that, and their conversation was kind of like, I'm good on you. I'm good on the friendship. Like, girl, high and buys is good for me with you. I'm just kind of over you. I was like, oh, wow. But it didn't get loud. It was just like that. It was like ugly. And Candace in her confession was like, I wasn't expecting that to go like that. I bet the hell you weren't. Sit your ass down somewhere. Anyway, moving on. Now, Karen goes and dips off. Of course, they were going through that whole, Robin started up this whole Ray thing. Ray, why is everything around here got a K on it? Listen, shut up, Robin. Stop with the bullshit. Ray knows who he married. She ain't no different now than when we met her. Everything is always about her. Period. That's that. And when she said Ray doesn't even know why he's partying. No, he don't. And he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. So that's why, like, this whole storyline of Ray's not in love with Karen and Ray won't say, I love you, Karen. Guess what? That's bullshit. Because if that was really the case, Ray wouldn't even play the game of being at having the party and really having a good time. Ray was right there being the same old Ray that we've been seeing. That ain't nothing but some bullshit. But y'all can make it be what y'all want it to be. I'm like, y'all, again, we'll play along, but I ain't gonna keep talking about it from week to week because it's just some bullshit. Anyway, they were doing the thing. Then Karen went and changed clothes, baby. She came out in a whole pink suit with the wide brim hat and did a whole entrance. Did the formation, Beyonce formation entrance. It was cute. It was cute. And it went from this whole to come on, turn the music up and let's party. And you seen the people dancing. And for a change, in Potomac, it wasn't this bougie. They were having a good time. They literally looked like they were having a great time dancing and stuff. So even the men were like laughing and really joyous. And she had a good party. It looked like a party that I would have wanted to be at. It really did. Because most of the time on these Housewives shows, I wouldn't want to go to none of them parties. Them parties be stuffy and stiff as hell. You be like, they be walking around with their nose all in the air and then they be fighting. I don't go no shit like that. But this party, this is the party I wanted to be at. They had pizza. They had some bougie little stuff, little drinks and stuff, and they got the party at the end. I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It looked like a party that somebody's probably had their shoes off toward the end. I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then they was like, well, where's Ray? We saw Ray going to bed. And I was laughing, and they were trying to fold that into that. No, damn it. Ray is old. His ass is old. He probably... Shit, he probably was standing up asleep somewhere. She probably told him, take your ass to bed. And we seen Ray going to bed. And the party was still going on. I ain't seen no problem with it. Ray is old. And I am out of here. See y'all next week.